everyone. My name is Katz, and I'm the Policy and Program Manager here at Next Century Cities. Thanks so much to all of you for joining us here in Hartford for our Regional Broadband Summit, Connected New England. We have a packed day ahead of panels and keynotes and even a documentary release. And I do know that one of our sessions is going to include a really unprecedented amount of telecom policy-related puns, so just know that you're in the right place. I'd also like to thank our partners, the State of Connecticut Office of Consumer Counsel and the State Broadband Office, for working with us on this event from day one. Elin, Katz, the state's consumer counsel herself, and Bill Valley, principal attorney and state broadband policy coordinator for the Office of Consumer Counsel, have both been absolutely integral to making this day happen. I'd also like to thank my colleagues, Deb Sosha, the Executive Director of Next Century Cities, Chris Mitchell, our Policy Director, and the Director of the Community Broadband Networks Initiative at the Institute for Local Self-Reliance, and Jess Delfiaco, our Communications Specialist, for all of their hard work making this event happen. Next Century Cities is a nonprofit, nonpartisan membership organization of cities, towns, and counties that are all working for fast, affordable, reliable broadband. We were started in 2014 by a group of mayors, and we're now 190 municipalities strong. We work hard to support our member communities by elevating stories of success, advocating for local rights, and creating and sharing tools for connectivity. I'm excited to have so many local leaders speaking here and in attendance today that exemplify the importance of local leadership and the vision of Next Century Cities. I'd also like to mention for the municipalities in the room that Next Century Cities membership is free, to bury the lead. And you can get started on our website if you're interested in becoming a member, or reach out to Deb or myself to get started. I'd also like to thank our sponsors for their support of this event today. Our silver sponsors are Ting, Mobile Beacon, and Gunnarsing Consulting and Communication Site Services. Our bronze sponsors are CTC Technology and Energy, GoNet Speed, and Vetro Fiber Map. And our media partner for this event is Harrison Edwards PR. I'd also encourage everyone to view Gunnarsing Consulting's small cell display at the side of the room and check out some of their materials that they've brought today. So I'd like to go over a few quick housekeeping details before we launch into our programming. First, because of the unique setup of this space, we're going to handle questions a little bit differently. So as you come up with questions for our speakers throughout the day, please go ahead and write them down on the index cards that you'll find inside your attendee packets. And either raise your hand or pass them down to the end of the row, and someone from our team will come grab them and share them with our speakers. Next, I'd like to encourage everyone to use our hashtag for the day, ConnectedNE, which you can see on the screen behind me, to engage in conversation on Twitter and share any thoughts that you might have. And finally, I'd like to welcome those joining us via the live stream today. The link to the live stream is available on Next Century Cities' Twitter account if you want to share it with any colleagues that might not be here today or refer back to it later. And I'd also like to give a huge shout out to Jolly McPhee at the back of the room here and the Internet Society team for making it possible to stream this event today. So with that, we're going to go ahead and jump right in. And I'd like to welcome Elin Katz, the Consumer Counsel for the State of Connecticut, to get us started. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Hartford. I know we have a lot of folks coming in from other states, but obviously there's lots of local support here, and truly appreciate it. This is turning out to be a fantastic event. We have over about 200 people registered, and I think you'll find that we've got fantastic panels, and it's not the thing where we front-loaded everything at one particular time. It's really great stuff sprinkled throughout the day. And I especially want to thank our partners, Next Century Cities, Deb Sosha, Kat Blake, and all the people who are with that organization who've been fantastic to work with. This is our 4th broadband conference, and definitely our easiest because they did all the heavy lifting, so I really appreciate that. And I also want to make sure I point out Bill Valley, who's never in one spot for very long. There he is, the state broadband coordinator who is part of my office, and acknowledge all the great work he's done. So to me, the thesis question of this conference is, how do we ensure that every single citizen has fast, affordable broadband access from the furthest reaches of the rural parts of our state and really of our country to the kids trying to do their homework in lower income urban communities, different challenges for different kinds of people in different areas, but how do we address that? How do we reach every citizen, provide affordable broadband access? And there's been so many people who have supported our efforts and helped us think about that question. And one of those people who has been most vocal, most supportive is Representative Josh Elliott, who will be opening us up with our keynote today. Josh is a representative from the 88th House District. He was re-elected yesterday, 2 days ago, with a modest percentage of 70%. And he, even though he came in as a freshman legislator, he definitely made his mark, sponsored a lot of bills, asked a lot of, I think, probing questions, and started really demanding that we think about some difficult questions, including what do we do about broadband. So Josh has been a friend and a great ally, and you can look in his bio at all the things he's done. But to me, he is and will always be the legislator in the T-shirt. So thank you, and please welcome Josh to the podium.